For most players, legacy is decided by stats, goals, trophies, numbers on a screen. But for Cristiano Ronaldo, legacy has always been about moments. Moments that stop time, moments that split opinion, moments that refuse to fade. And that's exactly why the 2026 World Cup isn't just another tournament for him. It's a reset button on history itself. Because whether people admit it or not, Ronaldo's career has always lived with an asterisk. Not because he failed, not because he fell short, but because his story never truly ended. Think about it. Ronaldo has conquered every league he touched. England, Spain, Italy. He turned pressure into fuel and criticism into dominance. He carried Portugal from outsiders to champions. He broke records people once believed were untouchable. And yet, one conversation never goes away. The greatest scorer ever, but what about the World Cup? That single question is why 2026 matters more than any Ballon d'Or, any Champions League night, any club transfer. Because legacies aren't written by what you did, they're written by how your story ends. By 2026, Ronaldo won't be chasing youth. He won't be chasing speed. He won't be chasing validation, he'll be chasing meaning. This is not the Ronaldo who exploded onto the scene in 2006 with tricks, pace, and swagger. This is a Ronaldo shaped by time, by losses, by reinvention. A player who outlived systems built to replace him, a footballer who turned discipline into longevity, a competitor who refused to accept a quiet fade out. And that's what makes 2026 dangerous. Because history loves one thing more than dominance: a final act. The 2026 World Cup will be hosted across the United States, Canada, and Mexico. The largest stage football has ever built. New audiences, new markets, new fans watching their first World Cup. For millions of people in North America, this might be the first time they truly experience Cristiano Ronaldo on football's biggest stage, and the last. That matters more than people realize, because legacy isn't just about winning, it's about being witnessed. Portugal won't enter 2026 as favorites. They won't be the most stacked squad. They won't dominate headlines the way France or Brazil might. But that's exactly where Ronaldo thrives. He has never needed perfection around him. He has never needed comfort. He has always needed belief. Belief that one moment can change everything. At this stage of his career, Ronaldo doesn't need 5 goals in a tournament. He needs one. One header when defenders lose focus, one penalty when the stadium holds its breath, one moment where pressure crushes everyone else and sharpens him. That's how football remembers legends, not by volume, by timing. And here's the truth that defines this entire story. If Ronaldo retires without one last World Cup run, the debate never dies. Not because he failed, but because it feels unfinished. Messi closed his chapter in 2022. It wasn't flawless, but it gave football an ending. Ronaldo's story doesn't have that ending yet. 2026 is his chance to write it himself, not as a player clinging to relevance, but as a legend choosing his final scene. Win or lose, this World Cup becomes the lens through which his entire career is viewed. Because after 2026, there is no next time, no comeback, no extension, just memory. And Ronaldo knows this. That's why he still trains like time is chasing him. That's why he still treats every match as a message. That's why he hasn't stepped away. He's not chasing applause. He's chasing clarity. He wants his story to feel complete. So the real question isn't whether Ronaldo can win the 2026 World Cup. The real question is this: what happens to football when the final whistle blows on Cristiano Ronaldo's last World Cup match? Because when that moment arrives, an era doesn't slowly fade, it ends. And the history rewrites itself around that ending. And if you think this story ends here, it doesn't. Because the 2026 World Cup isn't just about rewriting Ronaldo's legacy. It might be the most important tournament of his entire life. Every decision, every sacrifice, every match he's played till now has been leading to that moment. So if you want to truly understand why 2026 matters more to Ronaldo than any trophy, any club, any record, you need to watch this next. Why the 2026 World Cup is the most important tournament of Ronaldo's life. Trust me, This one hits deeper than goals and trophies.